All right, the most interesting matchup outside of the matchup in London, which is actually fascinating, and the Cowboys, is this matchup of the Bengals, Shady, and the matchup of the Ravens. Two quarterbacks need to get paid eventually. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson clearly needs to get paid more urgently. Coming to you, big dog. Who needs this win more? You at Lamar, you think Joe Burrow?
I think Lamar. I think Lamar because they played two great teams, two of the best teams in the NFL with the Dolphins and the Bills, and they lost. They were up early and then lost and gave the loss of the game away. So my thing is, okay, find a way to win games. Find a way to keep up. If you're winning the game, finish the game out.
Yes, sir.
Find a way to finish. So I think it's bigger for Lamar.
Joy,
because, real quick, cut you off, because I told you the Bengals would not make the
Playoffs.
Fine.
You cut me off for that.
Yeah, because I like to be right. I like to be right a lot.
Like,
you know?
make it more like worthwhile.
Because everybody's like loving him. Oh my God, Joe Burrow, he's the greatest, and they might not make the playoffs.
Week 5.
I'm glad you made that point. I think Lamar needs it more, but I think Lamar needs it more because Lamar doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Joe Burrow, I feel like, can lose every game the rest of the season and still get paid. Lamar Jackson has to play at an MVP level and win a Super Bowl just to get paid the money he wants to get paid. For that reason, I don't know what to blame it on. I'm not going to make it racial. I'm not going to make it athletical. I'm just going to say, for whatever reason,
well, you said it.
Lamar doesn't get paid. I did. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. For that reason, he needs to win more. Where you at?
Joe Burrow also just played in a Super Bowl a few months ago.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on this year, it don't matter. He's getting the benefit of the doubt this year at least. He just played in a Super Bowl with the Cincinnati Bengals. That's not why I think that Lamar Jackson needs it more, but that's why he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. I agree with Shady 100%. It's really about the losses that the Ravens have for me. We think they're a great team, but they do have two bad losses to other good teams. So you need to take advantage of this. You're at home. This is a division game, so you should win it at home. The pressure to me is on the Ravens.
See, this is twisted logic on my part because they're both 2-2, right? Like, you got to have twisted logic to pick this. But I feel better about the Ravens letting 2 games slip against teams that we think are good, the full-strength Dolphins and the Bills, as opposed to the Bengals, who lost to a Cowboys team with a backup quarterback. I know the Cowboys have played well. The point remains the same. You would pick Joe over Cooper Rush every time. And then they lost to a Steelers team that looks helpless. They switched quarterbacks. And their 2 wins aren't even all that impressive. They beat the Jets. I don't even remember who they beat last week.
And the Dolphins.
The Dolphins who lost to at halftime.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, I'm not convinced. Well, I'm not convinced either of these teams is that good, but I think the Ravens have a better-looking resume, so I put it on the Bengals. I think the Bengals have more to prove, more to lose. I think the Ravens are going to be okay regardless. I'm not sure how good the Bengals are.
The most meaningful game of the weekend, regardless of what anybody tells you, the most meaningful game is the Eagles at the Cardinals. Not because Shady played for the Eagles, not because I played for the Eagles, because this game is a game that has one undefeated team in it. And this game is a game where Jalen Hurts is finally going up against a quarterback that probably people would universally say has been historically better than him in Kyler Murray. People wouldn't say Trevor Lawrence is better. I don't think people would say Jared Goff is better. I don't think people would say Kirk Cousins is better. People wouldn't say Carson Wentz is better. But universally, people, I believe, would say Kyler Murray is better than Jalen Hurts. Both went to Oklahoma. One's a number 1 overall pick. One won a Heisman. One was a second-round pick. All of the things. Shady, who needs this win more? Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray, who has been struggling this season?
I think it's Jalen Hurts. He's been playing excellent lately, right? Philadelphia is loving him. Everybody in the NFL is talking about him. And I think to stack up this win, right? You go 4-0, now you're 5-0 on the road. Once you're an undefeated team, you're going to get the best shot from the opposing team, right? Oh, we got the Eagles coming in here, so much talk about them. So Arizona, they're looking forward to this. The fans going to be behind them. The teams are behind them. So I got to go with Jalen Hurts.
Joy, where you at?
I think Kyler needs it more. The Eagles are undefeated.
Yeah.
So if they lose on the road in Arizona, I'm not going to think any differently. I don't think the Eagles are going to win every game for the rest of the season.
Right.
So it's not going to change my opinion of how good the Eagles are, however this game goes. However, it could change my opinion of the Cardinals if they can't be competitive at the very least in this game. I don't think Arizona is as bad as we think they might be.
Not sounding confident, Joy. Not sounding confident.
Well, I know DeAndre Hopkins is coming back. I've seen Kyler do good things before. So I think this is a more important game for the Cardinals than it is for the Eagles.
But let me zoom in on you. I'll come back to you on it, Joy. But, Dave, I'm going to ask you a very specific question that I will again ask Joy. Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Let's talk those two. Let's talk these QBs.
Okay.
I think it's more important for Jalen Hurts.
So we talking that now?
Let's talk these QBs.
Okay, good.
I think it's more important for Jalen Hurts because Kyler Murray, for whatever reason, people just really think he's that good. I don't, but people are sold on him. Jalen Hurts, if he loses to Kyler, I think people are going to be like, see, I told you he wasn't all that. Who's it more important for, Jalen or Kyler?
People fall back on their priors, always. I mean, Kyler was a number 1 overall pick. He was a star in college, won the Heisman Trophy, like never lost a game in high school. That's the answer to that question. Is your opinion of Jalen Hurts going to change no matter what happens in this game? Like, if he beats them, Cardinals aren't that good. I don't hold the Cardinals on a level where I'm like, he got that win. He got that win that, like, Jalen Hurts got that win that I needed to see. It's not the Packers. It's not the Bucs. It's not a juggernaut team. Like, I just don't think that highly of the Cardinals. So it's the Cardinals for me because I don't see a result that changes my opinion of the Eagles. I just don't see it. And unless they beat them like 50 to 3. Yeah, Kyler, because Kyler already got paid. People think more highly of him. Now it's on you. Keep this team afloat. That's clearly what it looks like you're going to need to do because I don't think people think they're all that.
Very quickly before we got to dip out of this block, Kyler or Jalen, who needs it more, just quarterback?
I think Kyler. Nothing that's going to happen in this game is going to change my opinion of Jalen. And Jalen has been playing at a high level all season long. And I like Jalen last year. I like what Jalen is developing into. Kyler's already been paid, but we kind of just had this conversation about the Rams and the Cowboys. Like, it would be another great win for the Eagles, and they would be 5-0. But we would probably look back at this game and be like, are the Cardinals really that good? Is it really a good enough win? They need it more. They need to establish what they really are this year. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.